Hello, this is my implementation of the game Al-Jazari by Dave Griffiths for Lab 6 of CSE 3541. Yes, 3541. So in this game, you're on a grid. You control an invisible highlighter. It highlights the blocks on the grid. By pressing WASD, you can move around on the grid. This is the up and down direction, and this is the left and right direction. If you go to the edge, you'll wrap around, and when you highlight a block, you can press space to change its color, but more importantly, you activate a sound trigger, or rather you prime the sound trigger to be activated by one of these bots. So these bots you can select by pressing R. Its material changes to green, similar to being highlighted, similar to the blocks being highlighted rather. And you can deselect the bot by pressing R, and then you have to highlight it again to select it for editing. And on the left there is a grid of instructions you can program into the robot. So the numbers 1 through 5 are your different instructions you could give it. So for instance, you can give it a rest instruction, which looks like that. You could also give it a turning instruction, pressing 3. That's a clockwise turn. And you can give it a forward instruction, a backward instruction, a counterclockwise, and that's all you got. And now it's doing that, which is not a very good pattern. So you can press backspace and delete instructions. So let's give it something simple. So if I input 1, 5, 2, 5, it'll go back and forth. And you might notice it's looping through these instructions. So it will execute each one per beat. So there's a running game clock which executes the instructions at every quarter second, I think, or maybe every half second. You can adjust the BPM, not the player, but it's kind of arbitrary. But I have it set to, I believe, 125 BPM. So now, if we press space on one of these tiles, it's playing a sound. So, when it collides with the trigger that's sitting above the tiles. So you can actually change the sound by pressing Q, and it cycles through a few different choices. So what this is really nice for is that, oh yes, another thing, if you highlight another bot, it opens up its menu instead. That was kind of tricky to do. So now, if I give this guy that instruction, let's see, but this has 4, right? And this one has 1, or has 2, so that's not super interesting. So what if we gave it a turn? So now, this is in a pattern of 3 against 4. So if I press space here, yeah, anyway, this is all good fun. So we could get all these guys going, and you're limited to 4 instructions, or 24 instructions rather. Do something crazy. So the robots, you'll notice, also wrap around as they go. Permit me, I'll just jam a little bit to end the video. And thanks for watching. Yep, okay.